Should you go out alone? Patrick James here, and I give you raw dating advice that your mother would not approve of. And that is the topic of today's video because I got that question via email the other day. I forget who asked me the question, but thank you for the question. I'm about to provide a lot of value. So, asking me if you should go out alone is like asking me if you should wait for your friends to hang out with a girl that you like, all right? It's absolutely ridiculous, right? And here's why. Because if you want to truly get better with women, if you want to start dating more women, dating higher quality women, or if you just want to, get better with women in general, anything, you got to be moving the needle forward. This is like if a guy wants to be good at basketball one day, he just sits around reading books about basketball all fucking day long, but he never goes out and actually plays a game of basketball, right? You're never gonna get that good. That's like a guy saying, I watched like 300 hours of porn this month, so I must be really good at sex. It just doesn't work like that, bro. So if you want to get better with women and you don't really have wingmen right now, go out alone. Feel completely okay with it. And here's a few tips to dominating the fuck out of it. So if you want to go out alone, all you have to do is one, like I said, own the fact that you're going out alone, right? Don't be ashamed of it, because if you're ashamed of it, then other people are going to sense that when they talk to you, and they're going to kind of feel sorry for you. But if you go out alone and you're like, yeah, I'm fucking out here alone, I'm having a great ass time and this is fucking awesome, and someone notices that you're actually out alone, then they're going to be like, this guy's actually pretty cool. He has the courage to go out by himself. He's social and cool and can talk to other people, and he doesn't give a fuck about anything, right? So those are all good things for going out alone. And here's the thing that you'll find is if you actually do start doing this, nobody's gonna really notice. And here's why. Because if you go out to bars or nightclubs or any social environment by yourself, or even with friends, it's very likely that there's a lot of distractions going on. And if you start talking to someone, they're not gonna know if the person standing next to you is your friend or just some random stranger. They might assume it's your friend, or they might assume that, your friend's off for somewhere else. It doesn't really matter because nobody's really gonna notice. They're not gonna start talking to you and go, who's this guy here with, right? Why is he talking to me? And why does he not have a whole entourage standing behind him? All right, people just don't think like that. So that's the first tip, is completely own the fact that you're out alone and don't be ashamed of it. Number two is don't wait to start talking to people when you actually do go out. Because if you wait to start talking to people and wait to start being social and wait to start approaching girls when you get into a bar or a nightclub, what's gonna happen is that environment is so hectic on its own. You got the loud music, you got all these other people who seem to be socializing with each other. If you stand there for like 5 minutes looking like, antisocial or like a wallflower, then it's very easy to stay in that state of mind, right? It's called inertia, right? An object in motion tends to stay in motion, an object in rest tends to stay in rest. So get into motion right away. Start building up that momentum right away. And so piggybacking off of that tip, here's the last thing I want to tell you about going out by yourself to bars, nightclubs, social environments, is don't discriminate who you talk to. And here's what I mean. If you want to go out and you want to meet high quality women, you want to talk to hot girls, and you want to hook up with the hot girls, right? If that's your goal for going out, that's completely fine. But build momentum with everybody. So when you get in there, talk to the ugly girls, talk to the fat girls, talk to the girls that you're not really attracted to, talk to guys, talk to couples, talk to older people, talk to the bartender, talk to the fucking security guard. Doesn't really matter. And here's the cool thing about talking to other guys in the environment, especially if they seem like they're not having a good time or if they seem like they might be out by themselves, is if you start talking to them and you're just cool with them, then you just created a wingman. You just created a friend. And now you're not out by yourself anymore. You're out having a good time, and you just made a new friend who can be your wingman. So that's my tips for going out alone. And if you were just wondering in general if you should do it or not, if you want to go out, just fucking go out and own the fuck out of it. I hope that was helpful to any of you guys out there who have been procrastinating going out and doing a lot of the stuff that I talk about in these videos because you don't have a wingman, you don't have a friend who's into this stuff like you are. I hope this kind of gives you a little bit of inspiration and motivation to start going out and taking action, because like I said, I don't want you to be the guy who sits around, learns about stuff, but never moves the needle forward. He never puts one foot in front of the other. He never actually gets better at this stuff. Even though he has all the knowledge up here, he never actually practices it, all right? I don't want that to be you. And if that's not you, give me a thumbs up, show me that you're committed to this cause. Leave a comment below about some of your experiences from going out alone, or maybe your experience after you watch this video from going out alone, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out, motherfuckers.
Okay.